And God bless, do not let the Ford dealership decide for you, or the Chevrolet dealership, or the GMC dealership. Do not let these guys decide for you. Do not let the Explore page on your Instagram or some celebrity on your Instagram. Do not let these people decide what success is going to look like for you.
This is a show for the driven. A life that just...
Keep going though.
With what I was saying?
Yeah, crew together.
Okay, let's say that I get a crew together. I give them a map. I put them on a boat. I tell them exactly where their destination is. 9 times out of 10, they're going to get to their destination. But let's say that I just crank a boat wide open, don't give it a map, don't even put a captain on it, just let it go. It's going to crash. So in everyday life, people with no destination, no plan, no goals, they're not going anywhere. They're just like that boat. They're just going to crash.
Yeah, just wide open in whatever direction.
Yeah, they just take what they can get, and that's it.
Yeah. I'm curious, do you see a lot of people your age show up like that?
Yeah, they're just kind of following what everybody else is doing, but I've realized you need to observe the masses and do the opposite.
That's some wisdom right there, man. You know, it's kind of interesting, like, people get really excited in their, at least in this part of the world, about jobs that pay, you know, $14, $15, $16, $17 an hour. Like, you do the math on that, like, it's not awful. Like, it's better than $2.25 lunch at high school, but is even $20 an hour enough to have a wife, have a home, like have a mortgage, like pay for braces for your kid? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not really. Most people create their own jails with bills and don't have enough payment to back it up.
Oh, they do. People create, you're exactly right, man. People create their own prisons. Even for some people, a mortgage can be a prison. They can create this, thing for themselves. They create this constructs that they live in. And it's kind of like this construct is this thing that even time is a construct, man. Joshua, my 13-year-old, well, when he was 13, he was talking about how people use time to limit their amount of like capacity or limit what they're actually capable of achieving. What I see that's really common for folks who are younger and they can get trapped in it really quick is I see folks who are younger, they get trapped in these ideas, they get trapped in these, you know, $500, $600, $700 a week paychecks, and what they really miss the opportunity of is they miss the opportunity of, okay, I don't like Colton, for example, has this opportunity to be an educator with this ramp project. And like you have the opportunity right now, AJ, to be, you know, admin assistant and do video and cut video and learn QuickBooks and all of these things that you're getting to learn. Well, this should not just be a job for you, right? Like AJ, for you particularly, like you're not married, you don't have a mortgage, you don't have like a ton of bills or whatever, so use this as an opportunity to learn and grow all that you can. And I would even say, dude, put your head down in your 20s. Like you're not even really getting started yet. I thought the guy who told me that it was all practice until you hit 40, I thought he was out of his mind. I thought there's no way that this guy's true, that it's all practice until you hit 40. But that is so true, it's ridiculous. Like, take a decade and learn all that you can. Just absorb like a sponge all that you can. And grow utility and add value however you can figure out how to grow utility and add value. And then you'll come to a jumping off point or a launching point where you will have gained so much personal skill and utility that, dude, just by being in the room, you'll add value, right? So do all that you can. It's like even my days as a youth minister, like when I was serving as a student pastor, we did marketing, we did mass communication, we did communications with parents, we were doing email before anybody. Like, I was an early adopter to all social media. Like, I remember the iPhone. When the iPhone came out, it made student ministry so much easier than it used to have been. Because before, you would have to remind everybody through a phone call, and we'd have to use these like calling systems operated by like computers to send out, voice recorded messages to phones. And then did everybody check their voicemail, or did everybody check their voicemail at home to make sure that they got the message to, reminder that this thing's going out? Man, now we can send out a mass text. So be an early adopter to technology, like jump in, all in, double down on your skill, double down on whatever's in front of you, like whatever your hands find to do, like do it with all of your might, like figure it out. And when you do that, and when you bring value to the world, dude, I'm telling you, this world has a crazy way of repaying the value that you bring to the world in spades. Like, it really does. Like, if you can forget about like title or prestige or any like needing something new, like, don't waste your money on stupid stuff. I see this all the time, that people waste their money on stupid stuff. How in the world can you be 22 years old and afford to drive a $70,000 truck? I don't know. But there are guys who are 22 years old working at Louisiana Pacific just up the road in Hanceville right now, that the only thing that they're working for is to pay the note on that $70,000 truck that they just went off because they felt like they had to have it. Like, that's the dumbest. That is stupid. You are handcuffing yourself for the next 10 years and you're a slave to a vehicle? Come on, man. All the means of transportation is just to get you from point A to point B. Like, the vehicle that I drive now is almost a decade old with almost 180,000 miles on it. Like, decide what you need and decide what success for you will look like, and go really tight on that. Go hyper focused for you, what success is going to look like for you. And God bless, do not let the Ford dealership decide for you, or the Chevrolet dealership, or the GMC dealership. Do not let these guys decide for you. Do not let the Explore page on your Instagram or some celebrity on your Instagram. Do not let these people decide what success is going to look like for you. You have to decide what success is going to look like for you. Like, you have to do that. Don't let external stuff define you. You have to march by the beat of your own drum. Like, you have to, from within, say, okay, this is who I am. This is what I love doing. How can I get so good at doing this thing that I love doing that somebody's eventually going to pay me to do it? Like, that's when you're adding value. That's just facts. When you're so good at something that people are like, hey, man, can you do this for me? I've noticed some work that you've done for them. You want to take a look at how you can help me? Like, and it's something that you love doing. It's been said that if you figure out a way to get people to pay you for the thing that you love to do, you'll never go to work a day in your life. Like, you'll never be a slave to, like, your schedule. You will spend your time in a way that's for you is meaningful. Does that make sense?
Can you own like the hope and the potential and like who you are right now and just live in that? Like, that's the message I want to convey to you guys right now.